It's 9 p.m. in Austin, Texas. All amateur radio traffic, please stand by. The Oak Hill Friday Night Trivia Net is about to begin. If there is any emergency or priority traffic, please come with your name and call sign now. Nothing heard. All right, well, looks like this frequency is not in use. And welcome to yet another fantastic weekend. We got F1 here in Austin. So two back-to-back ACLs and then F1 race, man. So the airport has been busy. But we are glad to have you with us. And you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N5OAK. My name is Rusty, WZ5VBS. I'm being in that control for tonight. I'm transmitting from my QTH in Northwest Austin to the flagship 147-320 machine. Tonight's Trivia Net will be a hybrid net using the N5OAK, KA5D, and W5LCR repeater systems, as well as an online trivia game. We currently have the bingo machine turned on, but we'll be shutting that down soon enough. To check into tonight's Trivia Net, all you'll need is a smartphone, a tablet, or any computer with a web browser. I'll give you a few seconds to run and grab your device before we tell you where to go. And while you're doing that, just a reminder, to see all the frequencies the Friday Night Trivia Net is transmitting over, visit n5oak.org, ka5d.com, or crhrc.org. For our Oak Hill members, we have our very own Friday Night Trivia Net channel on Discord, so swing by and join. Discord on my laptop, for whatever reason, is died. So we got no video tonight in the net. And sorry about that, but we'll see if we can't get that righted for next week. I don't know what happened. Every time I'd open it up, it'd just blow up. So I will be a little on the outside of Discord. I'll still see them, but it'll be a little bit delayed. It's not going to be right in front of me like it usually is. No, Bill, we're those free tonight. At least unless I tried rebooting, that's the magical fix, and reboot didn't fix it. And of course, I waited until the absolute last minute to get everything together tonight, and so I'm paying for it. So there you have it. All right, now that you have your device, open a web browser and go to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name. If your XYL or kids would like to play along, just sign them in from their device. This also applies to all of you that are studying for your license. If you can hear my voice, you are welcome to play, and we would love to see you in the game tonight. Tonight's trivia game will be divided into 4 rounds. Every round contains 10 questions worth 100 points each. Round 1 tonight is Know Your Animal Group. Round 2 is the lesser-known Stephen King, so all you Stephen King fans out there. Round 3 are famous Halloween costumes, and round 4, Legends of Film, Tim Burton. After each round, we'll have a short intermission to aid in drink refills and take care of all bodily functions. As always, question, comments, and friendly taunting are welcome, because it's Friday night, and it's the Trivia Net. At the conclusion of tonight's trivia game, everyone will get sent home in style by our final elimination round. One wrong answer, and you will be officially done for the night, so make sure you pace yourself on those adult beverages. With all that said, I'm going to see if anyone has questions before we get tonight's Trivia Net underway. If you do, please come with your name and call sign now.
This is KI5HVF, Darren in Sealy, Texas. Whenever I click on the link, I go to the bingo page. Is there a link to get to the trivia page?
No, sir, but that is a fine segue because we are shutting down the bingo game right now. So that ought to get it. Let's see, we got Leslie, looks like, in the number 1 spot, followed by Scott, KI5OBD. Man, we missed you last week, Scott, and I missed seeing your the LED chair in the video chat. So we'll just have to pretend you're there. But yes, the bingo machine should be turned off. We had 18 people playing, and now we're going to move you over into the official Friday Night Trivia Net. If you would, please make your usernames look like those over there on the right with your call sign and your name. We would certainly appreciate that. And once again, if you'd like to join in, you can join in at any time. You don't have to wait for a round to be over. Just web browser on your smartphone, tablet, or computer and go to n5oak.org and click on the TriviaNet tab. Once you're there, scroll down and click on the big green button to check in, and you can be hanging out with us. We got 23, 24, 25 people playing with us already. And you can jump in because we're just going to do a practice question. So make sure you get in there. And, of course, every week we give away amazing door prizes for those of you that check in on time. Tonight's prize is a free membership to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Let's spin the wheel and see who the big winners will be tonight. And a big congratulations to all our lucky winners. After the game tonight, head over to n5oak.org and sign up to become a member. We'll have the welcome team standing by waiting to approve your complimentary memberships as well as your request to join our Discord community. If you're not part of the Discord, it's where the other half of the fun is. So go make sure that you join us on the Discord. I'm usually on the ball, or a little more on the ball with the Discord, but I don't have it in front of me tonight. So y'all take it easy on those comments, Bill. And for those of you who are new and haven't checked into the TriviaNet before, we're going to go through a practice question real quick to show you how the game works, so don't you worry. But if you are first time, now's the time to pay attention because this is where you're going to learn how to play the game. Questions will be read over the repeater and displayed on your device. Once the question has been read aloud, the answers will appear. All players will have 15 seconds to make a choice, but the longer it takes to choose an answer, the fewer points you will get. Also, remember to choose wisely, as you only get one shot to answer the question. And once the timer runs out, the correct answer will be revealed, as well as what everyone else thought it was. For those of you that like to keep up with your score, it's that number located at the top left of the screen, and it will always be available during gameplay. Now that everyone understands how the game works, let's see who has checked into the net so far tonight. So we're going to go check in with Scott, KI5OBD, and see what's up with Scott and see where he was last weekend, man. It's not like you to not be on the TriviaNet, Scott.
Hey, Rusty. Hey, everybody. My kids are in town. They're visiting from California. They flew in last Friday night, and we didn't get home till after 9. And of course, we wanted to catch up and chat. So, missed the net for the first time, and gosh, I don't remember how long. And I missed you guys, so it's great to be here. KI5OBD, back to net.
Right on, man. Well, that's a fantastic excuse. Good to hear all the kids are in town, and you got to hang out with them. And, good to see you back on the net, man. Let's say hi to Russ, W5ISH. He's in Edna, Texas. We got Bree, W6CNC, and that's Connor's XYL. And Connor, W6CNC, they're hanging out in Dripping Springs. Good to have y'all back. KI5PZN is with us in Austin. We got KI5WSD from Baytown. We got Dave, KI5STT, and Holly, W5LUL. They're down in Buda, Texas.
3MPE.
Go ahead, sir.
is N3MPE, Pflugerville, Texas. Just checking in with us tonight.
Roger, Roger, man. Are you also in the game as well, or are you just listening to us on RF?
Sir, this is Sam, the other Sam that's from Hagerstown, Maryland. I'm now in Pflugerville with my updated ticket, and I'm here for the evening with you guys like I was before with the other Sam.
All right, man. Well, good luck in the game. We got T-Dog in Houston. We got Chris, W5CUY. He's down in Louise, Texas. We got Brett with no call sign out in Leander, Texas. We got Leonard and Leslie. They're hanging out in Kyle. We got Anthony. Anthony's a little shy. He didn't tell us where he's from. Hey, check it out. We got Bryce, KI5SMP. He's down in South Austin along with Sky, N5LX over there in Oak Hill. We got Darren, KI5HVF. He's in Sealy, Texas. We got Jack, KB5GNA in League City. We got Andrew, KC5DJY in Houston. We got Ben and Kent, KI5RVT, the old trivia robots there in Pflugerville. We have Paige featuring Greg in Buda. Those friends of Holly's. Philip, AC5G's hanging out in East Austin. We got Mike, W7QAG in Sugarland. We got Steve, KG5LAA. He's in Barnett, Texas. And Chad hanging out in Louise. We got Troublemaker Bill, W5ITZ. He's in Ganado, Texas. We have Oliver Klotzoff from Louise, Texas. Scott, KI5OBD down in Kyle. We got Joe, K5KUA in Jamaica Beach, Texas. And Trina and Doug, KG5UNK, hanging out in North Austin. All right, well, welcome everybody to the game. We got 32 people hanging out with us. If anyone has any questions, please come with your name and call sign now. And while we're doing that, I'm going to move y'all over into round number 1.
KB5, GNA Jack, back to net.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we have another amateur, KC5DHY, Katie, K-A-T-I-E. Jack and Katie are the parents of Andrew, KC5DJY. So she's sitting next to me, and she's my ex-YL, and she'll be playing with me. Back to net.
Fantastic. Well, good to have both of y'all in the game as well. So we got 32 people hanging out. Our round number 1 is Know Your Animal Groups. So hope you know your animals. It'll definitely come in handy for this round. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands on your buzzers. The Friday Night Trivia Net will begin in T-minus 10 seconds. And here we go with question number 1. Cattle, deer, and elephants all travel in groups called this. Well, it's definitely not a camp, according to y'all. Herds taking the number 1 spot, and pods and streaks tied for 2nd and 3rd. So cattle, deer, and elephants all travel in groups called herds. 93% of you are correct on that one. Hoofed animals and ungulates, such as deer and cattle, are known as herd animals. Question number 2. A group of which of these birds is collectively known as a parliament? Well, check it out. Penguins coming in first place, followed by owls and geese. Nobody picked on chickens. No chickens in Parliament. There might be. All right, so let's see. 47% that hit penguins. Y'all are wrong. It is owls. A group of owls is called a parliament. Question number 3. See how y'all do on this one. Which animals do not move in packs? So y'all are going with porcupines. You don't think porcupines move in packs. Mules coming in second. Nobody picked wolves or dogs. So which of these are pack animals? It is the porcupine. Does not move in a pack. The collective term for a porcupine is prickle. There you have it. A prickle of porcupines. All right, question number 4. Which of these animal collectives shares its name with the pouch that holds an archer's arrows? Oh, it was neck and neck between chipmunks and cobras. Cobras just sneaked out on the top. We've got cheetahs coming in third and crabs number 4. So let's see which one of y'all are correct. It's the cobras. A pack for holding arrows and a group of cobras are both called a quiver. There you have it. Cobras, the chipmunks, man. Chipmunks had it there for a while, and then the cobras finally overtook it. So good for y'all for making that happen. Question number 5, and halfway through round number 1, what do Australians call a group of kangaroos? So I guess my question would be, what do Americans? Do Americans have to call it the same thing, or is this just an Australian thing? Y'all are going with mob pretty heavily there, 72%. Billabong coming in second, Kettle third. Nobody picked on Stubby. So what do Australians call a group of kangaroos? The correct answer is a mob. There are around 50 million kangaroos native to Australia. The collective term for them is a mob. All right, let's add up scores and see who's doing what. We got Dave, KI5STT. He's in the number 1 spot. A-Dog. Oh, we got A-Dog and T-Dog. I wonder if they're from the same dog family. And then we got Kent, KI5RBT, in the number 3 spot. So y'all check out your scores, and while you're doing that, I'm going to let everybody know that you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N50AK. My name is Rusty, WZ5BVS. I'm your net control for tonight. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down and click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your name, or just your name. If you're like A-Dog, you don't have a call sign, just come on in and play the game. It's a whole lot of fun. For those of you who are new and haven't played with us before, question number 6 is where you get to put those points to use. You can bet them all, or you can bet none of them. Whatever you want to do, it's time to place your bets. Let's see how you do on this. Rock group, Bachman Turner Overdrive, could easily be taken care of a group of these. Oh, man. So, ferrets just eking out coyotes, followed by tortoises and spiders. So, let's see. They're going to be taking care of business. And the correct answer would be ferrets. A group of ferrets is called a business. So, Bachman Turner Overdrive's 1973 hit, Taking Care of Business, spent 25 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100, longer than any other BTO song. 37% of you got that. Let's see what that did to the old scoreboard. And Paige, featuring Greg, got the number one spot, 139 points. That put her in top spot, 416 points. I feel like it's like, you know, the artist formerly known as Prince. It's Paige, featuring Greg. Way to go, y'all.
W5ITZ.
Yes, sir, Bill.
Hey, Rusty, just FYI, several of us in Discord are not seeing scores, nor were we able to set wager points, so I don't know if there's anything you can control on that or not.
Oh, yay. All right, well, this is going to be entertaining then. This is what happens when they monkey with the game and they don't let me in on this. Yeah, no, I was not seeing that at all. All right, well, interesting. Let's see if we'll pull the points down. I know this is going to be very entertaining, but have you tried reloading your web browser? That might try it. I'm sure you all have probably done that, and I'm not seeing anything here. Let me know. We're going to run through this first round and see what happens, but there's not a whole lot I can do on that. So I think we're just going to have to wing it.
Okay, refresh worked for me seeing the scores, Rusty. Thanks.
All right, Bill, absolutely. There was a double in there. Come on in, double.
FIPZN. Yeah, just to let you know, I was having the same issue, but I reloaded the browser and then everything came back up. Just to let you know.
Sweet. All right. Well then, everybody, if you're having trouble out there, reload your web browser. I'm gonna flash the scores up a couple of times just to kind of see if everybody's still on track. Maybe we can shake the bugs out of this. So hopefully that'll fix it. Let's move over to question number 7. What cute, cuddly animal group matches monikers with Amazon's digital e-reader? Wow, so lambs coming in number 1. We got kittens and piglets tied for second and third, and puppies coming in fourth. So what cute, cuddly animal group matches monikers with Amazon's digital e-reader? The correct answer is kittens. Only 8 of y'all got that. While they're sometimes referred to as a litter, a Kindle refers specifically to a group of kittens. So I think I would have gone with lambs on that one too, because I never knew that. That's news to me. Question number 8. While many theories abound, a group of lemurs is known as a blank because they work together. Man, it was tied there for a bit, so it's down to a conspiracy or a coalition. Let's see. Are you right? The conspiracy people are right. Lemurs are social animals and live in many communities where they often work together or conspire to outwit predators, hence a conspiracy of lemurs. Oh, there we go. Question number 9. With a name that mimics one of their primary characteristics, a group of leopards is called this. Y'all are rather certain it's a leap. That sounds like a leap of faith to me. I don't know. I mean, if you look at it, though, the rest of them sound... I know it's not a sloth. I would have gone... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I would have gone in. But those of you that picked leap, you got it right. The collective term for leopards is leap. Leopards can cover 20 feet in a single bound and have a vertical leap of 10 feet. There you have it. Question number 10 and the end of our fantastic animal round. Which mythical creature discovery would collectively be known as a blessing? So unicorn is taking the top spot, followed by mermaids, dragons, and centaurs. So which of these things is known as a blessing? Looks like we got some smart people. Unicorns is it. Seeing a unicorn is believed to bring good luck and fortune, which is why a group of unicorns is known as a blessing. Well, that's going to do it for round number 1. Let's add up the scores and see how we're doing. We got Paige featuring Greg in the number 1 spot with 566 points. They only missed 1. We got KI5PZN. He's in the number 2 spot. Way to go, Ernesto. He missed 2. And we got A-Dog down in number 3. So let's see. I don't know if Paige featuring Greg is hanging out with Holly or if they're receive only tonight, but let's go see if Paige can say hello and tell us which one of these things she got wrong.
Hi, this is Paige. We can't recall which number, but we are open to radio voice coaching at any time.
Roger, roger. All right. Well, there you have it. Good to know. We can get in touch with you. Let's go chat with KI5PZN. Way to go, Ernesto. You missed 2, man. Which one's got you?
Dude, I'm stoked because I'm usually at the bottom of this list. I got the owls incorrect. I thought it was the penguin. And then, let's see, I'm scrolling down. And then I got the Amazon Kindle thingy that was supposed to be kittens. I picked piglets. So that's, man, this is probably the closest that I've gotten to number 1. I might not sleep tonight.
You better be sleeping, man. You're going to be driving us around on the Fox Hut tomorrow, so you need all the help you can get on that. Well, congrats, man. Let's go see if A-Dog has access to a radio and possibly a call sign. A-Dog missed, 3, and let's see if he wants to say, he or she wants to say hello and tell us which ones they missed.
This is KC5DJY, Andrew. I've actually got A-Dog and T-Dog sitting at the table with me, so I'll let A-Dog tell you his story. Hi. Usually I suck pretty bad, but this time I've kind of hit a streak of luck, and I'm just going to keep riding it until, the well runs dry. Hopefully I can get away and have somewhat of a respectable score at the end of this.
Well, man, you're doing great so far. We got A-Dog in the number 3 spot, and T-Dog's down there in the number 32 spot. So you've got some bragging rights for sure.
OAK, G&A.
Yeah, T-Dog's computer keeps, dropping the web page or something, so she's not able to get her answers in.
Yeah, I think we're having problems with the game tonight. Not real sure what's going on, but we'll figure it out between now and the end of the game for sure. And if anything, it's good excuse. You can blame the game for you not having enough points. It happens. It happens every so often. Usually about the once a quarter they go in there and they monkey with it, and we end up getting to beta test their new code. So my apologies out there if y'all are having problems. It's it's just kind of one of those things. Well, we're going to take a quick intermission so everybody can take care of business. During the intermission, you'll see questions on your screen to pass the time. Voting is optional, but always appreciated. And just a reminder, you can check in to tonight's TriviaNet at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the TriviaNet tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name. So with that, we're going to kick off our first intermission. Every question is 1 minute long, so we got 4 minutes until round number 2 starts. It's a great time to go do your thing and grab a drink, and we'll see you right here for round number 2.
OAK, GNA.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm like down in the dirt, dude. A-Dog is my grandson. DJY is my son, and my wife, DJY, is about ready to make me go to the front room to sleep. We're down in the dirt, and you can hear the dogs. Anyway, I just want to let you know that we're trying, and anyway, back to you.
Well, man, I appreciate you trying, and it's always fun to have the whole family involved. Especially, it's a lot more fun, I think, to have everybody, pitting against each other than just yelling out one answer. But we have lots of people in one house that are signed up as one person, and we have husbands and wives that are, signed up against each other. So it's a whole lot of fun. And at the end of the day, it's just a good reason to get around and play radio and learn some dumb crap that maybe you'll get stuck in your head.
Roger on that, and just for a little bit of history, DJY was licensed at 9 years old, and my dad, N5XAK, Silent Key, and myself, and Andrew were all licensed at the same time, 3 generations, and my wife, KC5DHY, was licensed, and we're working on Anthony to get his license, so it runs in the blood. Good job, man. Back to you. KB5GNA out.
Very cool, man. Well, keep up the good work. We need some youngins in this. It's we're losing all the old men, so we gotta get some YLs and some kids, and we gotta make this some fun so that they want to come and play. And the TriviaNet has proven to get everybody involved because it's just kind of a fun way to spend Friday night. So thanks for bringing the family, and hopefully Andrew will get his license here sooner or later.
Well, Andrew has his. It's Anthony. It's A-Dog. I'm Jack. Wife is Catherine, Katie, and Andrew, and Anthony. So we'll stick with the net. Keep it going. KB5, GNA.
And before I forget, KC5 DJY.
Hey, Rusty. Kent, Bill, Scott, and Chris have all filed an official protest in Discord on that round and are asking for double our entry fees back. W5ITZ. Hi.
Yeah, 5WSD.
I was running to grab a drink, but I heard somebody. What did I miss?
that's KI5WSD. I think I answered 10 questions, but it says that I answered only 6.
Yeah, that's all part of the what in the world is going on with the game tonight. So there's no telling, man. Absolutely. Usually we're on point, but tonight seems to be like well, I can't even say it over the radio. So my apologies if we're having problems. If this is the first time y'all are playing, it's usually not like this. It's usually just once a quarter. I blame Kent because why not? Isn't that right, Kent?
Oh, no biggie. Just having a good time, having fun with the game. KI5WSD.
Roger, Roger. Well, for those of you out there who have no idea what we're doing, you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N50AK. My name is Rusty, WZ5BBS. I'm your net control for tonight. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. We got 33 people hanging out with us, and man, you can join us at any time. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down and click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name, and we got quite the crew. We got round number 2 coming up. Let's move everybody over into that. Round number 2 is all about the lesser-known Stephen King. So for you Stephen King fans out there, this may or may not be that challenging for you, but we're about to find out. And with that said, let's go ahead and kick off round number 2 with question number 1. Which of these Stephen King novels does not feature a writer-protagonist? Let's see what you think. Looking like the red. I can't see any of these things on my screen, so I can't tell you which one. So we're just going to go by color. Red coming in number 1, followed by blue, and then orange and green. The correct answer is red. Only 34% of you got that right. Stephen King frequently inserts himself into stories by making an author a main character, but Gerald's Game is about a lover's tryst gone wrong. All right, so Gerald's Game was it. Question number 2. What was the first book Stephen King published using a pseudonym, Richard Bachman? Wow, 70% going with the Running Man. And then we got a 3-way tie for Rage, Blaze, and Roadwork. So let's see who is right in this. This is going to be interesting because my screen just went blank. Yeah, they've been monkeying with the game for sure. All right, let's see. 70% of you are. Yeah, you're wrong. The correct answer is Rage. All right, so we're going to throw up on the screen all the books in there, and let's see who got this right, because we only got 3 people that knew what this was. One of those is Bill, W5ITZ. Let's see, who else? Leonard, KI5NLC knew that, as well as KI5WS. Nope, KI5WSC, he was on the other question. So it was Leonard and Bill, and who else? Oh, man. Oliver. Oliver got that right. All right, well, let's go talk to Bill, W5ITZ, and see if he knew that or if he's just guessing.
Hey, Rusty, that was a total swag, and man, it's a darn shame you're missing all the praise in Discord.
funny because I have it running on the iPad, and the only problem with that is it's about 10-15 minutes behind. So nothing is ever, and it usually does that. I have it on the laptop and on iPad, and so I can read what's going on the laptop in real time, and then it lags about 15 minutes. So I'm sure I'll see it here soon enough. But yeah, thank you for that, Bill. How about Leonard, KI5NLC? Leonard, you got this right too, man. Did you know that?
There's something tells me that I heard it before, maybe on a podcast, but no, that was a shot in the dark. But I knew about this, the pen name, KI5NLC.
Roger. Let's go see if we can talk to Oliver and see if Oliver knew this was correct. Oliver, are you out there in the RF land? All right, looks like Oliver is receive only tonight. Well, congratulations on being 1 of 3 on that one. Question number 3. What name do the people of Haven, Maine give an alien planet in the Tommyknockers? Altair 4 coming in number 1. Let's see if y'all are right. Yeah, almost half of you got that one. Altair 4 from Stephen King's The Tommyknockers in 1987 is a reference to the science fiction classic Forbidden Planet. Came out in 1956. That was such a great movie. I didn't realize Leslie Nielsen was in that. I'm a huge Leslie Nielsen fan. And at the end I was like, holy crap. That was, it's hard to imagine him young and in black and white. It was kind of fun though. Question number 4. Who is the villainous alter ego of writer Thad Beaumont in Stephen King's The Dark Half? Kind of reminds me of like Mike Tyson saying Thad Beaumont. All right, let's see where y'all went with this one. George Stark taking the number 1 spot, followed by Donald Westlake, Alexis Machine, and Alan Pangborn. What was it? What was old Thad? George Stark. That was it. George Stark's alter ego of Thad Beaumont sprung into life on a killing spree is named in honor of Richard Stark, pseudonym of crime author Donald E. Westlake. All right. I probably would have got that. I would have gone for Alexis Machine, just because, why not? Question number 5, and halfway through our Stephen King round. What antagonist from Stephen King's Gwendy series is an incarnation of Randall Flagg from The Dark Tower? Raymond Fontaine coming in number 1. And we got a tie for Richard Ferris and Robert Forrest for 2nd and 3rd. Remington Francis coming in number 4. So let's see which one of these is right. I think I'm going to go with C, just because I like being wrong. The correct answer is Richard Ferris. 7 of you got that wrong, or got that right. It's Stephen King and Richard Schimmer's Gwendy trilogy. Gwendy is tempted by a mysterious strange named Richard Ferris. Stranger named Richard Ferris. An incarnation of the villainous sorcerer Randall Flagg. So that's halfway done. Man, we're just zipping through this stuff. Let's throw up the scoreboard and see. We got Leonard, KI5NLC in the number 1 spot. Way to go, man. Joe, K5KUA coming in second, and Trina coming in third. Y'all check out your scores, and while you're doing that, we're going to let everybody out there know you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N50AK. My name is Rusty, WZ5VBS. I'm your net control for tonight. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. We still got 2 more rounds, and we got halfway through this one. So come on, we still got plenty of game. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your name and your call sign, and you can come in and get into this buggy game that seems to be having lots of issues tonight. So let's see what we do with question number 6 tonight. You're supposed to be able to place your bets on this one. Let's see if the game has fixed itself. Y'all place your bets. Question number 6. What classic novel taught by Stephen King as a high school English teacher in the early 1970s inspired Salem's Lot? Well, check it out, man. 80% of y'all went with The Legends of Sleepy Hollow, followed by Dracula, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Nobody picked on Frankenstein. So let's see. What inspired Salem's Lot? I'm guessing it's 80% of you with the Legends of Sleepy Hollow. But you're wrong. It was Dracula. Only 5 people knew that. Stephen King said he got the idea of modern-day vampires while teaching Bram Stoker's Dracula to high schoolers in the early 1970s. So 5 people got that right. Let's see what that did to the score. That kept Leonard in the number 1 spot. That kept Joe in the number 2 spot, and Leslie bumped up to the number 3 spot. Leslie got 98 points. Leonard only got 89 points, but Leonard's still ahead. I got faith in you, Leslie. You got 4 questions, man. Beat him. Question number 7. What is the last Stephen King novel set in the recurring fictional town of Castle Rock? So let's see what you think. Cujo coming in at number 1 spot. Needful Things coming in second, followed by Bag of Bones and Lisey's Story. Let's see what the correct answer is. 36% of you are incorrect. It was Needful Things. Very close. 9 people got that one. Needful Things bills itself as the last Castle Rock story, although the fictional main town does show up in a few of Stephen King's later short stories. I guess that doesn't count. Question number 8. What Stephen King novel is the companion book to Richard Bachman's The Regulators? It was a 3-way tie there for a little bit, and then Desperation eked up just a little bit. So Desperation in the number 1 spot, Black House and Rose Matter tied for second and third, followed by The Duma Key. Let's see, what Stephen King novel is the companion book to The Regulators? Desperation. Stephen King released The Regulators and Desperation in 1996. The 2 books mirror each other's events. 11 people got that one, man, and it was 10 across the board on all those 3. All right, question number 9. What does Vera Donovan call her frightening hallucinations in Dolores Claiborne? So I would have voted with Andrew and Darren on this one. 53% of you went with cobwebs. We got dust bunnies coming in second, followed by bed bugs and tub rings. I would have gone with the tub ring, just because it sounds kind of funny. And why not, right? But 53% of you went with cobwebs, and 53% of you are incorrect, because dust bunnies is the correct answer. Verna Donovan suffers from dementia and refers to her frightening hallucinations as dust bunnies in Stephen King's 1992 psychological thriller, Dolores Claiborne. 53% of you wrong, man. That's over. That's terrible. All right, question number 10, and we're going to end this lesser-known Stephen King round. Let's see how y'all do with this. What singer-songwriter's work inspired Stephen King's From a Buick 8? Bob Dylan coming in number one, followed by Leonard Cohen, and then a tie for Gordon Lightfoot and Joni Mitchell on third and fourth. So let's see, was it Bob Dylan? It was indeed. Stephen King stated he got the idea and title from a Buick 8 from Bob Dylan's song From a Buick 6. It came out in 1965. All right, that's it for round number 2. Let's add up the scores and see how we're doing. Oh, check it out. Aaron, AI5HP jumped in the number 1 spot. Laura, KI5OLG in the number 2 spot. Laura joined us on Discord today. Good to see you in the game. And Leslie, KI5NLC in the number 3 spot. So let's go chat with Aaron, AI5HP, and see, Aaron, which one's got you, and how big of a Stephen King fan are you?
Hey, I don't think I'm very much of a Stephen King fan, to be honest. I mean, I've probably read more books than I will admit, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really feel like I was even paying attention this round. But I guess Dolores Claiborne got me, and The Dark Half, and I thought Running Man, not Rage, but I think Running Man was, according to your list, Running Man was a Bachman pseudonym, so there you go. Yeah, 5HP.
Roger, man. Well, let's go talk to Laura, KI5OLG. Laura only missed 4. Which one's got you, Laura? And welcome to the Friday Night Trivia Net. It's good to have you.
Thank you. This is KI5OLG. The one with the Tommy Knockers, I forgot which planet they were on, and Wendy, I've never seen that one, so I just guessed on that. And on the Richard Bachman one, I thought it was Running Man because it's been a long time, but yeah, I was torn between either Running Man or Rage, and well, I got that one wrong. Oh well, it was fun.
Roger. Well, hey, you're still in the number 2 spot, so you can't complain about that. Let's go chat with Leslie, KI5NLC. She got rid of Leonard in the top 3. How big of a Stephen King fan are you, Leslie?
I ended up kicking him out. I am not a Stephen King fan. I've never read a book, never seen any movie, nothing like that. I only got 3 right, and those were, I guess you'd call them guesses. If I read the question and I zip through the answers and nothing stands out, I just kind of close my eyes and go for it, and I got lucky on a couple. So me and my 267 points got me in third. So, and I beat Leonard, so we're good.
Absolutely. Leonard's down there in 7th place, man. You kicked him out, and good for you. All right, well, that's going to do it for round number 2. Let's add up the scores and see. Oh, look at that. KI5PZN hanging out in the number 1 spot. Aaron, AI5HP in the number 2 spot. A-Dog in the number 3 spot. Uh-oh, look at that, man. All right, well, there's our scores for the Friday night trivia net. We're going to take a quick intermission so everybody can take care of business. During the intermission, you'll see questions on your screen to pass the time. Voting is optional, but always appreciated. Just a reminder, you can check in to the trivia net tonight at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name. So this one's where you get to vote for your favorite Thursday night net controller. I moved it to the very first question so that y'all can get in there and make it happen. It's a whole lot of fun to see what the net controllers say on this. So y'all give that one a vote and let them see who loves who. We'll be back in 4 minutes for round number 3.
WZ5BBS, KI5MVF.
What do you say there, Jeffrey?
Well, just two quick things. One, we survived F1 Friday. We were on our way back home. Yeah, actually says barely survived. And then two, this poll question's got me thinking. There's been a couple of times where you've volunteered to run the net, and then somebody else has jumped up, or sorry, the Thursday night net, and then somebody else has jumped up and said they would do it. Have you ever actually run the Thursday night net and I just missed it or just don't remember it?
Yeah, man. I've run it 2 or 3 times now. I have a whole script and the whole bit. So yes, I have run it at least 2 or 3 times. So I guess you're just going to have to check into the Thursday night net more often, man.
Well, I do as much as I can. Well, that brings me to my second question then. Is your name on that poll list? Because I mean, how many times you got to run the net to end up on the list?
It is not. I do enough during the Thursday night net that some people need to get some congratulations on some things. So I'm the president of the club. I get to do some things. So it's not up to me for Thursday night. Plus I'm driving Friday night every Friday. So I'll give y'all the praise on the Thursday night. Looks like Ray took the first spot. Sammy coming in second. We got a tie for Rick and Ernesto. You came in 1, 2, 5th, and you tied with Garrett. So you got a vote in here. The only one that didn't get a vote was Mireya, which means it's time for her to do the net again.
Yeah, and all these people voting for Rick must just be pressing random buttons, because Rick's not hosted a net in who knows how long. It's been at least 6 months. And so, next question is, how long do you gotta do a net for to keep your name on the list? I think we gotta tell him it's time to renew his position.
Yeah, no lie on that. It's been a while since Rick's done this. He's got the swing dancing thing, and I don't know. It's been a while since I've heard Rick on the repeater, to be quite honestly. He moved over to the dark side, and he started doing CW, and he stopped using words and started using the old dips and dahs. And so, I don't know. Maybe we can AI5A if you're out there, get in here and defend your honor. I don't know where old Rick is.
Yeah, it was great having him in there running the nets, and feel like we lost him right around the same time that Ernesto Mireya started their Sunday night net and running Thursdays west. And so, luckily Garrett jumped in there, and I do what I can, and we got some Sammys in there occasionally. But, yeah, always looking for some new net controllers. It's always fun to hear the new people do it. Anyways, I'll let you get back to it, Rusty. I don't know how many of those 4 minutes are up now, but figured I'd check in a little bit on a Friday on the repeater. And we're going to head home and hopefully get some rest and continue on with our busy weekend. So I'll say 73, this is KI5MVF, back to net.
So we're on question number 4. We still got some time. I just cranked up practice 1 and was watching it. Looks like the attendance for the race this weekend, even the practice stuff, looked pretty hot. And based off of what you saw for practice 1 and practice 2, who do you think is going to win? And also, did y'all go to the concert, or is that just starting up?
Yeah, Ashley here. I'm gonna let Jeffrey attempt to keep us on the road. He is doing great. He's getting very defensive now, but there are some other idiots driving. We went to the concert. We left about halfway through. I, in particular, was just kind of tapped out. We had been there for about 12 hours and was ready to go home. So we tried to beat the traffic rush and bailed a little bit early on the concert, but we were there for probably half of it. Yeah, attendance was crazy. It was packed. It was way more packed than Friday last year. A lot of people that stayed for the concert as well. I think more than COTA was prepared for. But yeah, good turnout for sure. I have said I think Hamilton's going to win. Probably not actually going to happen, but I think he's more motivated than most to keep his streak alive of winning in every season that he's raced in. I think Checo could also pull out a win. I don't think Verstappen will win just because he's already got the championship, so I don't think he's as motivated to just push that hard, but we'll see.
And that is your F1 update from Ashley, KI5MVF. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, usually you can run around naked out there on Friday, like nobody even cares. But man, the stands are full, all the grass is full. Like there's a ton of people just for the little bit that I watched around here. So all right, well I hope Verstappen wins because old Hamilton's just a big old baby. So I always love watching him lose because he does not do it eloquently. And it's always fun to watch him pout, especially when he comes in second. All right, well, that's going to do with the F1 update. Let's move everybody into round number 3. Round number 3 is famous Halloween costumes. And while everybody's moving over that, we got to tell everybody yet again, you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N50AK. My name is Rusty. WZ5VBS, I'm your net control for tonight. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net anytime during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. Come on and hang out with us. This is round number 3. We got one more round after that, so we still got half the game to go. You still got plenty of time. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name, and you can do it from a van in COTA traffic. You don't even have to be home. You don't even need a radio, but it makes it a whole lot more fun. All right, so we got round number 3. Let's see how we do with some famous Halloween costumes. Y'all get ready, because here comes question number 1. What American political scandal led to a surge in sales of Richard Nixon Halloween masks? Overwhelming 91% with the Watergate. We got 9 with Whitewater. Nobody picked on the Iran-Contra or Teapot Dome. I don't even know if that's a real thing. So I think maybe water, people were just looking for water and maybe might have fat-fingered. 91% of you that picked Watergate are correct. We got 3 people that picked Whitewater. I'm not going to point them out because that's just rude. But sales of Richard Nixon Halloween masks were so popular following the Watergate scandal in the 1970s, one is even featured in the Nixon Presidential Library. Aha, that's that picture that you're looking at right there. Question number 2. No Halloween costume of 11 from Stranger Things is complete without this. Oh man, it was neck and neck there for a minute. Pop-Tarts finally making their way ahead of Eggo waffles. English muffins and bagels tied for third and fourth. So what does Eleven have in her costume that you would need? It's Eggo waffles, man, and it was almost the number one answer. When dressing as the telekinetic Eleven from Stranger Things, don't forget the box of Eggo waffles, Eleven's favorite food. Question number 3. What Halloween treat does Charlie Brown get in his trick-or-treat bag in It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown? So the one thing we know, it wasn't dirt or twigs. Y'all are voting for rocks. Raisins coming in second. Let's see if those that voted for rocks are right. You are indeed. Lovable loser Charlie Brown cuts way too many eye holes in his ghost costume and receives nothing but rocks for his trouble in 1966's It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Question number 4. What seasonal store's frequent takeover of out-of-business storefronts inspired a popular meme? Well, Spirit Halloween took the number 1 spot, followed by Halloween City, Halloween Express, and the Halloween Spot. Although the majority of you that picked Spirit Halloween are correct. Anytime there's a new or about to be closing business, a building is abandoned, you can bet someone will honor it with a Spirit Halloween meme. And with that, we're going to question number 5, and we're halfway through round number 3. What sci-fi movie's climactic battle is parodied in this Halloween episode of Community? Aliens is the number 1 answer, and that's because it is correct. 58% of you got that right. Halfway through, let's add up the scores and see. We got Aaron, AI5HP, in the number 1 spot. Oh, check it out. We got Bryce, KI5SMP. He's in the number 2 spot. And Paige, featuring Greg, is in the number 3 spot. They didn't miss one. Not a single one. Oh, man. All right. Well, y'all check out your scores. And while you're doing that, we're going to remind everybody that you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N50AK. My name is Rusty, WZ5BBS, and I'm your net control for tonight. You can come play with us. Come check into tonight's Trivia Net. You can do it from your smartphone, your tablet, or your computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. We just got one more person joined, as I was saying that. 36 people hanging out with us. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name. And if you don't have a call sign, you can log in from your device with your name and play against all those people in your family and then show them just how smart you are. Question number 6 is coming up next, and that means it is time to place your bets. All right, here we go. Which costume won first prize in the costume contest episode of The Office? Man, we lit up all the answers, And Gabe is Lady Gaga coming in at number 1, followed by Kevin as Michael Moore, and then a tie, Ryan as Justin Bieber, and Oscar as a rational consumer. So who won the costume contest in the office? It was Oscar as the rational consumer. There you have it. Let's see. Oscar dresses as a rational consumer as a commentary on the stupidity of First Prize, a coupon book that ends up winning the contest. All right, so let's see. How many people? 19%. 6 of you got that right. What did this do to the scores? This put Leslie, oh my goodness, in the number 1 spot. Way to go. She got 282 points on that. Sky, N5LX, in the number 2 spot. He got 244 points. And Leonard, KI5NLC, is in the number 3 spot. He got 238 points on that. All right, man, these betting questions are a lot of fun. Question number 7. What extreme sports star courted trouble in 2018 for dressing as Simple Jack, a mentally challenged stereotype from the film Tropic Thunder? We may or may not have some Tropic Thunder fans in here. 74% of you went with Shaun White. We got Ryan Sheckler coming in second. Travis Pastrana third. Nobody picked on Laird Hamilton. So let's see. What was the correct answer? Yeah, it was Shaun White. 2018 professional skateboarder, snowboarder and skateboarder, and Olympian Shaun White went to a Halloween party as Simple Jack, an offensive stereotype of a mentally challenged character played by Ben Stiller in a fake movie within Tropic Thunder. That came out in 2008. Question number 8. What supermodel has been dubbed the Queen of Halloween for her extravagant costumes and exclusive annual party? So Tyra Banks, man, she was down there in the little. She came up into the number 1 spot. Heidi Klum coming in second. So let's see, it's between Heidi and Tyra. Either one of these even, right? Heidi Klum. For nearly 20 years, supermodel Heidi Klum hosted an extravagant and exclusive Halloween party with costumes that rendered her practically unrecognizable. Way to go to the 13 of y'all that knew that one. Question number 9. What Disney princess did Kristen Bell dress as for Halloween despite not voicing her in a film? Well, let's see. It goes from Elsa to Rapunzel to Cinderella. Any of these 3 right? Elsa. 65% of you got that. Kristen Bell's daughter insisted they both dressed as Elsa from Frozen in 2013, despite the actress voicing the character's sister Anna in the series. All the kiddos, they always win for Halloween. All right, question number 10. This is going to wrap up round number 3. What pioneering punk band basics did Blink-182's Travis Barker dress as for Halloween in 2021? Sex Pistols taking over this one pretty well, followed by Motorhead and the Attic. Nobody picked on Sham 69, so let's see. Are y'all right? Sex Pistols? Was that it? That was it. 84% of you got that right. All right. Well, let's add up the scores to round number 3 and see how we did. We got Leslie, KI5NLC in the number 1 spot. Way to go. Aaron, AI5HP in the number 2 spot, and Leonard, KI5NLC in the number 3 spot. Let's go chat with Leslie, KI5NLC. She got 8 out of 10. Oh, man. Which two got you?
Let's see. It was the Stranger Things question. I've actually never watched that before. And then the Charlie Brown. I haven't seen Great Pumpkin in a long time, so I think it was the question 6 that kicked me off. We're big Office fans, and I was actually talking about The Office, about a podcast I listened to when that question came up, so we were really excited about that. So, yeah.
Right on. Well, hey, there you go. Podcast on The Office. Aaron, AI5HP is in the number 2 spot. He only missed one, man. Which one got you?
Man, it was the one where you bet on, The Office. That's the one I got wrong. I haven't seen The Office during its first run, so I'm watching reruns of it here and there, but that's about it. So I haven't seen any Halloween episodes yet. AI5HP.
I'm the same way. I'd say probably collectively I've watched about half of it, and I remember this episode, but I couldn't tell you, who won what, but I do remember it was ridiculous as a consumer, a rational consumer. All right, let's go talk to Leonard, KI5NLC. He got 7 out of 10. Leslie got 8 out of 10. Which one's got you, Leonard?
Oh, it was the supermodel Halloween question. I said Tyra Banks, just taking a stab in the dark. But yeah, no, big Office fans. I think Leslie was saying if we could start balloting for a Office trivia round. I think we'd like to show off a little bit. KI5NLC.
The top 3 is not, 2 of the top 3 isn't good enough for you. You want me to just hand you a whole round? I think there's some Office trivia in there. I'll go look and see. We'll start seeing what everybody's favorite TV shows are, see if we can't do. I do know that, everybody loves Bob's Burgers, and there's been lots of conversation about more Bob's Burgers. And I don't know if Bill would appreciate that or not, but you never know. All right, well, there's your top 3 for round number 3. Let's add up all the scores and see. Oh, check it out. It didn't move Bethel, man. Leslie, KI5NLC, is still in the number 1 with 1,524 points. Aaron, AI5HP, is second with 1,412. And Leonard, KI5NLC, in the 3rd spot with 1,293 points. All right, well, you know what that means. It's time for a quick intermission. And we're going to do that so you can take care of all bodily functions and all the things you need to do. During the intermission, you'll see questions on your screen to pass the time. Voting is optional, but always appreciated. And just a reminder for y'all out there that might want to check in or think, I don't know, you can check in, man, anytime from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. We still got one whole round. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the TriviaNet tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your name and your call sign. We're going to fire up the 3rd intermission, which will give you 4 minutes to get into the game and sign up and make it happen. So we're going to go and fix ourselves a drink, and we will be back with round number 4. Oh man, of all the nights to be out of Discord, this has been a fun one. I was catching up on all the love on Discord. We've been having some interesting problems with the game, so if this is your first time to play, it's not usually like this. It's about once a quarter, and we always just blame Kent. So send all your hate mail to KI5RBT. He's used to it. It's all Kent's problem. But thank you all for sticking around with us. Round 3 intermission is done, which means it's time to move everybody into round number 4. Round number 4 is Tim Burton. If y'all know anything about Tim Burton and his films, this is going to be a good round for y'all. Whole lot better than that Bob's Burgers round. Old Bill's still bitching about that one. All right, so y'all settle in and get ready to go while you're doing that. We're going to remind everybody you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N50AK. My name is Rusty, WZ5BBS. I'm your net control for tonight. You can come join us at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. But you better get in here because this is the last round. We got 10 more questions. So make it happen. We got 36 people hanging out playing with us, and all you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name. Round number 4 is all about Tim Burton and our Halloween theme for the night. I got to get all these out because after Halloween, it's kind of pointless. It's like doing Thanksgiving rounds, in January. You can, but it's not really fun. All right, let's let all the repeaters take a quick reset, and when we come back, we'll be here with question number 1 for round number 4. All right, here we go. Question number 1. What Hollywood legend made his final feature film appearance in Tim Burton's Edward Scissorhands? All right, we got Cody who's late to the party. So now, for those of you in the Discord, there's going to be all kinds of talks of it being rigged. And there you go, Kent. All right, fantastic. As soon as Cody gets in, it's all rigged. Let's see where we are in this one. Vincent Price coming in number 1, followed by Bela Lugosi. Those are the top 2 answers. Let's see which one. I would have gone for Vincent Price. I think that would have been the right answer, and I would have been correct. Edward Scissorhands is the only film in which Vincent Price and his daughter, Victoria, both appear, though they do not share the screen at the same time. Prince's role was originally much larger, but the actor was suffering from both emphysema and Parkinson's disease during filming, so his screen time was cut down considerably. That was such a great movie. Question number 2. What composer scored 11 of Tim Burton's first dozen feature films? Man, Danny Elfman was number 1 there, and then Hans Zimmer took it away. Hans Zimmer coming in first, Danny Elfman second, and then Randy Newman and James Horner. So who composed a lot of his films? It was indeed Danny Elfman. Starting with 1985's Pee-wee's Big Adventure up through 2005's Corpse Bride, all of Tim Burton's films were scored by Danny Elfman except one, Burton's 1994 film Ed Wood, which featured a score by Howard Shore. I always forget that he does all the Pee-wee movies. There are probably a lot of kids in here that have no idea who Pee-wee Herman is. I have all of Pee-wee's Playhouse, and I'm getting to introduce my nieces and my nephews to that. And it's such a joy to see them look at that and just be like, what in the world is this? Question number 3. What word appears in the title of 3 of Tim Burton's films? Well, Big is just eking out into the first spot. Eyes coming in second, and we got a tie for home and returns. The correct answer is Big. To date, Tim Burton has directed 3 films featuring Big in the title. Pee-wee's Big Adventure in 1985, Big Fish in 2003, and Big Eyes in 2014. Question number 4. What actor appears in Ed Wood, Sleepy Hollow, Beetlejuice, and the Tim Burton produced Stay Tuned? So it's either Jeffrey Jones or Martin Landau. And that's such a bad picture of Martin Landau. They could have done better on that one. Let's see, either one of these right? Yeah, Jeffrey Jones, 43% of you, perhaps best known to film audiences as Principal Ed Rooney in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Jeffrey Jones worked on a number of Tim Burton projects. The first 2 collaborated in 1988's Beetlejuice, which, man, I love that one. That's a great movie. Question number 5, and look at that, we're halfway through round number 4. In 2022, it was announced that Tim Burton's next feature film as director would be a sequel to this. Well, it's all locked up here. It's a tie for Edward Scissorhands and Beetlejuice, followed by Mars Attacks and Dark Shadows. Man, I would love for a sequel to Mars Attacks. I don't know how much crazier you could get than the first Mars Attacks, but it would be pretty awesome. So let's see who's right. It's those that picked Beetlejuice. Tim Burton had originally planned on making a Beetlejuice sequel in 1990, but was sidetracked by Batman Returns, that came out in 1992. Both Michael Keaton and Winona Ryder were reprising their roles, and the film is tentatively set for release in 2023, 35 years after the release of the original. So yeah, it would have been C or D for me as well. I wouldn't have known which was which. So good for y'all on that. So we're halfway through. Let's see how we're doing at round number 4. Trina is coming in number 1. Kit, KI5 RBT in the number 2 spot. And Leonard, KI5 NLC in the number 3 spot. So y'all check out your scores, and I'm going to tell everybody out there in RF land, you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N50AK. My name is Rusty, WZ5BBS. I'm your net control for tonight. You can come hang out with us. We got 5 questions left in the game, but we still got plenty of room for you. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down and click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name. Question number 6 is coming up next. So y'all place your bets. All right, here we go. Which of these stop-motion animated films is the only one directed by Tim Burton? Well, a whopping 76% went with The Nightmare Before Christmas. Coraline coming in second, Corpse Bride third, and James and the Giant Peach number 4. So which of these stop-motion animated films is the only one directed by Tim Burton? The correct answer is Corpse Bride. And we only had 2 people that got that right. One of those being Mike, W7QAG, and the other one is Darren, KI5HVF. So let's go chat with Darren, KI5HVF. Darren, man, did you know this, or are you just, like, awesome at guessing?
That was merely a guess, and I guess I'm lucky.
Yeah, man, I would go buy a lottery ticket for sure. Let's go talk to Mike, W7QAG. He got this right, man. You're the only other person that's got this right. Did you know this, or are you just guessing?
Honestly, I was just spitballing. I put it in the browser and thought that just made sense to me. So, yep, it was a guess.
Well, both of them were guessing. Let's see how they did. So, Darren got 129 points for that. That was the biggest one we got. Leonard got 81 points. That put Kent, KI5RBT, in the number 1 spot with 295 points. Darren, KI5HVF, is in the number 2 spot. He got 129 points on that one, leading his total to 258. And we got Leonard, KI5NLC, in the number 3 spot with 232 points. All right, way to go, y'all. Let's see how we do at question number 7. For the Pet Store Rescue in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, director Tim Burton had to overcome his fear of this.
W7QAG, the answers aren't popping up on my screen. It's trying to, but it's just not getting there.
Oh, bummer. Well, we're out of time anyway, so you're going to miss out on this one. Chimpanzees are in the number 1 spot, followed by parrots, ferrets, and turtles. So what did Tim Burton have to overcome his fear of in Pee-wee's Big Adventure? 67% of you are correct. It was chimpanzees. To film the Pet Store Rescue in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, star Paul Reubens had to overcome his fear of snakes, and Tim Burton had to overcome his fear of chimpanzees. So there you have it. And they're all pretty much there. I don't see any turtles or ferrets, but when I was looking at the picture, I was like, well, man, this has got a little bit of everything in there, so I'm not real sure. But, yeah, the chimp, I thought chimp just because you can see it rather well. That's why I would have picked that one. I would have had no clue. Question number 8. What was Tim Burton's first job on a live-action feature film? Puppeteer taking the number 1 spot, followed by storyboard artist, production designer, and then matte painter. So let's see, what was his first job on a live-action feature film? It was indeed Puppeteer. Tim Burton worked as a puppeteer on the 1979's The Muppet Movie. He was hanging out with the Muppets. Question number 9. Who was offered the role of Joker in Tim Burton's Batman as a ploy to lure Jack Nicholson into accepting the role? For a while, Steve Martin was the number 1 answer. He's tied with Al Pacino, which is interesting to see that that's where this is going. Robin Williams coming in 3rd, followed by Mark Hamill. I think, let's see, Jack Nicholson, I don't know, I think Al Pacino would probably be it for me. I'd be in the Al Pacino, and I would be incorrect because it was Robin Williams. And this is kind of interesting. Robin Williams was so stung by the ruse to get Jack Nicholson for Batman that he refused the role of the Riddler in Batman Forever. He even refused to be involved with any Warner Brothers projects until the studio apologized. That was interesting. I never would have guessed that. Question number 10 and the end of round number 4. On which of these Disney animated films did Tim Burton work first? So y'all are going with The Fox and the Hound, followed by The Rescuers, The Great Mouse Detective, and The Black Cauldron. So what was his first one? It was The Rescuers. Tim Burton worked as an animator for Walt Disney for many years, first on The Rescuers in 1977. I thought it was a newer movie than that, but I was wrong. All right, well, we're done with round number 4. So let's total up the scores and see how we're doing. We got Kent, KI5RBT, made him in the number 1 spot. We got Scott, KI5OBD, in the number 2 spot. And Brent, KG5SPM, in the number 3 spot. Kent missed 4. They all missed 4. So which 4 did you get, Kent, or got you? KI5RBT, are you out there? All right, well, Kent is typing, so something tells me he might be having some problems. Let's go check in with Scott, KI5OBD. He's in the number 2 spot. Scott, which one's got you, man?
Hey, Rusty. Let's see. I missed the actor that starred in the 4 movies. I picked Martin Landau, Jeffrey John, and after I clicked, I thought it was probably Glenn Shaddix, but yeah, so I missed that one, and I picked, let's see, in 2022 it was announced that Tim Burton's next feature film, his director would be a sequel to. I picked Mars Attacks and not Beetlejuice because just wishful thinking. I thought Mars Attacks was awesome. And they had great merch too. They had a really cool action figure. It was really tall. I got for my kids. Then I missed the role that the actor that they used to trick Jack Nicholson into doing the Joker. I picked Al Pacino just because I figured that would be the guy with the heaviest clout that Nicholson would want to beat for the role. That was my wrong assumption. So yeah, KI5OBD, back to net.
Yeah, that would have been mine. The Al Pacino. I would have gone for that, sure. All right, so Kent said he responded, but nobody heard him. So let's go see if KI5RBT is out there. Kent, get in here and tell us which one's got you.
Well, hopefully this is better. I don't know because it won't show me. I've refreshed a number of times and it won't show me. I didn't answer. I knew the answer to the 6th one, but I was never even given a chance to vote. So whatever. It's all for fun. KI5RBT.
We haven't had problems until Cody, KI5YLS, came on here, and so I think that's the problem. I think we're going to have to start blaming Cody, because everything was working fine until he started hanging out with us. But yeah, man, I don't know what's going on with the game tonight. Hopefully those boys get this thing fixed, because that's a bummer. Well, let's go talk to Brent, KG5SPM. Brent is in the number 3 spot. He too got 6 out of 10 correct. Brent, which one's got you, man? All right, well, it looks like old Brent is maybe receive only, or maybe he's hanging out without a radio, and that's fair enough. Congratulations to Kent, Scott, and Brent on round number 4. Let's add up all the scores and see who the winner of tonight's Friday Night Trivia Net is, drum roll please, it is Leslie, KI5NLC, followed by Aaron, AI5HP, and Leonard, KI5NLC. Let's go chat with Leslie, KI5NLC. I think last time we talked to you, you had a new kitten, or you were considering a new kitten. So we got some new furry friends, and what are y'all doing this weekend?
We do. We have a new kitten. Her name's Tilly, and she's been an awesome companion to our 1-year-old cat, Tuna. He's been loving it. Yeah, this weekend we are just watching baseball, hoping the Padres catch up a little bit in the series after this loss tonight. And yeah, we're just going to be relaxing and just doing housework like we usually do. KI5NLC.
Roger, Roger. Let's go talk to Aaron, AI5HP. Congrats, Aaron, on being number 2 on the Friday Night Trivia Net. Which, well, not which one's got you. What are you doing this weekend, man?
Hey, Rusty. Yeah, it's all about the pets this weekend. We've got to relocate the freshwater aquarium after we had done some flooring in the living room. So now we've got to put it back in its spot. And the rabbit's we're gonna do a photo shoot here in the house with our rabbit in her costume, so that I can try to win the company Halloween costume contest for the best pet costume. You know, I got life goals here, man. AI5HP.
All right, well, I want to see this picture of the bunny in the costume. You got to put her on the Discord once that happens, because I'm dying to see that. All right, man. Well, good luck with the fish tank and getting the bunny to sit still for the photograph. Shouldn't be too hard, hopefully. Let's go chat with Leonard, KI5NLC, see what he thinks about the new kitty cat and what all he's up to this weekend. Leonard?
Yeah, we got the new kitten, and it's been an adjustment. And the older cat doesn't like being shut out, so he's now opening all the doors in the house. So that's been a lot of fun. But yeah, other than that, there's a brisket sitting on the counter. I'm gonna try to not ruin this one. So yeah, but other than that, KI5NL.
Ooh, brisket at Leonard's house. All right, y'all go hit up QRZ. We'll be there tomorrow about 3. Let's go down to Paige featuring Greg and see what they are up to this weekend. Paige and Greg, anything exciting going on?
Hi, this is Paige featuring Greg. No, nothing much exciting this weekend. We're just hanging out at our friend Holly's, and she let us play some trivia, which is really fun. We always have a good time. So thanks for letting us join.
All right. Well, good to have you. You had a little something surfing down there on your audio, but we understood you. No problems. All right. Let's go chat with Kent, Cat5RBT, see what he and Ben are up to this weekend.
I think we're going to set up our own trivia game that's not rigged. That's at least maybe Cody is going to help me out. He's going to be my personal vice president there.
Yeah, there you go. You can get Cody to come up with all the questions. It'll be perfect. No, that's great. All right, so new Trivia Net with Kent and Cody. It's going to be going on at the same time. So maybe you come up with a different time. I don't know. But yeah, we need some competition, man. Right now, this is the Trivia Net monopoly, if you will. All right, man. Hope y'all have a good weekend. Let's go chat with Scott, KI5OBD. Scott, good to have you in here, man. What's going on this weekend?
Well, let's see, the kids are going home tomorrow. We're putting them on the plane. And then we have a freezer crisis. We had a freezer that we ordered, and there's a problem with it. And we have a side of beef coming, so we have to scramble. And so, yeah, freezer shopping. Fun stuff. That's why I love trivia on Friday nights. It's always fun. Thanks, Rusty. And thanks, everybody. Great game. KI5OBD.
Wow, we got a side of beef coming. That's fun. And now I have a tiny freezer, so, I could hold, like some hamburgers. That's about it. But, I can't help you out on that one. All of my deep freeze space is out at the ranch, and that's 3 hours away, so you don't want any part of that. All right, well, let's see. We got Trina next, and Trina's not going to say anything, but we might coax Doug out to say something. Doug, you going to be watching F1 this weekend?
Yeah, Roger, that's what we're catching up today. Watching second practice right now. So gotta catch up. Tomorrow probably watch both live, KG5 UNK.
All right, man. Well, who you want to win this thing? Ashley says she's voting for Hamilton, which I'm not. I'm going for Verstappen. How about you?
Yeah, it'll be Red Bull. You might get a Ferrari in there, and Hamilton will cry about something that somebody did that, yeah.
I love it. Doug and I are the same kind of Hamilton fans. So, all right, well, good for y'all. I'm about 5 minutes into practice one, so we'll have that finished up by tomorrow at least. Let's go chat with Sky N5LX. Sky put out a Fox this weekend. If you're in Austin, y'all go. Ernesto and I are going to go find it. We're going to go do some old man breakfasting. But Sky, what you got going on this weekend, man?
Hey, Rusty, N5LX here. I like F1, but I'm kind of a motorcycle guy now, so I'm going to watch MotoGP. That's on Sunday. Or actually, I don't know, when it's live, it depends what time zone they're in, so sometimes you have to get up at crazy hours. But I'm going to do that, maybe do some HF, work on one of my antennas. I was going to do a fox hunt. I think there was another one scheduled, but I don't think it's out there. So if somebody wants to hide my ground fox, they're welcome to. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I haven't heard of another one, but maybe, Jeffrey's got the Ernesto Fox, and so yeah, maybe we can scrounge up one and make that happen. Well, thanks for putting yours out, man. You're always a good fox, and we certainly appreciate it. I know Ernesto and I are going to go find this one tomorrow, so you can guarantee to have our name in the log. There might be some cursing, so if your ears are burning, it might be us. Let's go chat with Bill, W5ITZ, out in Ganado, Texas. He's in the number 9 spot. Bill, what's going on this weekend, man?
Hey, Rusty, win, lose, or draw, it's always fun playing trivia, and the glitches didn't really bother me. That's the nature of software. I was just truly disappointed that you couldn't defend yourself in the Discord channel. Man, we had it going on over there. Other than that, just going to mow some grass this weekend and chill. That's about it. Back to net control. This is W5ITZ.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on. I fired up the laptop and I hit Discord and it came up and it's like, starting, updating, and then it crashed and I was just like, huh. So I tried it again and did the same thing. I rebooted my laptop, I downloaded it again and installed it again, like, man, nothing. And the funny part is when you go and you Google how to fix this, it's like, open up the app and go click on this and go do on this. And I'm just like, it won't even open. So, like, none of my options, and of course I had like 10 minutes, between then and when the net started. So, yeah, we'll get that fixed because I like having the Discord up to see what's up, and I also like, showing some TV off and having some fun. Well, all right, man, have a good weekend, and thanks for all you do out there at the the Crossroads Ham Radio Club, and linking us up and making that happen, man. We appreciate it. Let's go talk to Laura, KI5OLG. Laura joined us on Discord today, and she's in the number 10 spot. Laura, what are you doing this weekend?
This is KI5OLG, Laura. Not much, just having a nice quiet weekend, playing with my puppy dog and my kitty cats, watching a little TV, talking on my radio, and, studying for my general. Back to you.
Well, very cool. So you're working on the general. How long have you been licensed?
Since March of 21, but I wasn't really on the air for most of that time because I didn't have the equipment. So I'm still very, very new to this. KI5 OLD, back to net.
Roger. Well, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. We certainly appreciate it. Well, there's your top 10 winners in tonight's Friday Night Trivia Net. And you know what that means. It's time to move everybody over into the elimination round. So for those of you who are new and haven't played before, the game is over and we are done. This is just our fun way of kicking you out and sending you home. The questions are the same. You got 15 seconds, but you don't get points. You either get them right or you don't. So take your time and make sure you get them right, because if you don't, once you answer one wrong, we're going to send you home. We got 10 questions. Y'all get your fingers ready, and let's see who does what and how far we get to go in tonight's elimination round. All right, question number 1. Which of these inflatable Halloween costumes is Stuart from the Despicable Me and Minions franchise? Well, this is not a good sign because we lit up all the answers. 50% went with the blue, 27% went with the magenta, 14 for the blue, and 9 for yellow. So let's see who is correct. The correct color is, it's the magenta. 27% of you got that right, which immediately knocked out 22 people and left us with 6 survivors. So we're gonna let the repeater take a breath, and we're gonna come by and say goodnight to several people. So that was a hard one apparently. We gotta say goodnight to Robert, Scott, Cat5 OBD, Bill, W5ITZ, Oliver, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Chris, W5CUY, also got that one wrong, as well as Andrew, KC5DJY. Trina and Doug, good night, y'all. Norman, N5ZOT. Cody, it's rigged, KI5YLS. Mike, W7QAG. Leonard, KI5NLC. Aaron, AI5HP. Laura, KI5OLG. Bryce, KI5SMP. KI5HWD. And Ernesto, KI5PZN. So that leaves us with 6 people. Let's see how they do with question number 2. What rock group featuring Joe Walsh reunited for the first time in 16 years at the September 3rd Taylor Hawkins tribute concert in London? Oh, Bryce, this would have been yours, man. Well, we're down to 50-50 between the Eagles and the James Gang. I'm going to tell you right now, I would have picked the Eagles because that's where I would have gone, and I would have been going home because the correct answer is the James Gang, which leaves us down to Steve, KG5LAA, and Dave, KI5STT. We got to say goodnight to Paige, featuring Greg, Leslie, KI5NLC, Chad, and Joe, K5KUA. Oh, man. All right, we're down to 2. Let's see how we do with question number 3. All right, y'all. Here we go. What NASA spaceship crashed into an asteroid to test the space agency's skills at avoiding possible future collisions? Well, we only had one person vote, which makes me think that maybe the game threw up yet again. But 100% went with Dart, and that's going to leave us with Dave, KI5STT. I'm not real sure what happened to Steve, KG5LAA, but he did not register a vote, so I'm guessing it was the game. So congratulations to Dave, KI5STT, for winning the final elimination round tonight. Question number 3, man, I'm gonna have to make these easier. Last one we got to the same spot. No, we got to question number 2. That was it. So we're gonna have to make these a little easier so we can keep a little more on board a little longer throughout this game. Well, that's going to do it for tonight's Friday Night Trivia Net. We hope y'all had a good time hanging out with us. The Friday Night Trivia Net is a service of the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N50AK, and made possible through the generosity of people just like you. For more information on the club, becoming a member, or to learn how you can donate, visit us online at n50ak.org. I'd also like to thank Kyle, KA5D, and the fine people of the Crossroads Ham Radio Club for linking their repeater system for tonight's game. If you'd like to see all the fun things they're up to, or just want more information about the KA5D or W5LCR repeater systems, visit them online at ka5d.com or crhrc.org. And before you close your browsers, check out the BBS, play some door games. You can also check out the Trivia Net player rankings, stats, net logs, net check-ins. Everything can be found on the website. Don't forget, this weekend, N5LX Fox Hunt. You can find all the details in the Fox Hunt channel on Discord. And don't forget, we got the potluck coming up November 5th. November 5th, and it's got a tab on the website as well. Go to n5oak.org and click on the potluck tab. We would love to see you there. All you got to do is bring a dish and your fine self and come hang out with us. I will see you next on Sunday at the Wind Down Net with Miresto, right here on Sunday at 7:30 p.m. It's a great way to hear what everybody did over the weekend and see what their week looks like coming up. This is WZ5BBS, and it's time to bring tonight's Friday Night Trivia Net to a close. I'm going to signal the repeaters to switch back to regular amateur use, and while they're doing that, I'd like to thank you all for inviting us into your home tonight. Have a great weekend, be safe, and we'll see you right here next Friday night, 73, y'all.
WZ5BBS, this is KG5LAA.
Yes, sir, what happened?
Well, I've been having issues all night like some of the other players, and just refreshing the screen always fixed it. But this last time when it froze up and I refreshed the screen, it just brought me to it. It says enter a code, and there's a big purple button that says enter. It doesn't tell you what kind of code or what it's for. It just says enter a code.
Yeah, man, I don't know what's going on. We seem to have a whole lot more issues tonight than usual. And the game will hold, I mean, the game's made for thousands of people, but the one that we have will hold 100 people, and we only have 30. So it's not the number of people. Every so often they go in there and they monkey with the back end of this thing, and it gets it. So sorry you had some problems, and sorry for all those that had issues as well. Hopefully next week they'll get their stuff fixed, and we can motor through like we usually do. And Bill, I see that. It showed 43 people. We did have 43 people. I'm going to go look and see if some of those were duplicates. I don't know if they were or not, but yeah, tonight 43 people was the total for the Friday Night Trivia Net. That is a record, an absolute record. 43 people. So thank you all that came out, and call sign or not, 43 people. That's a lot of people playing trivia on a Friday night.
KC5PPG, KC5RXW. Count me on this one.
Sir, KC5PPG.
We only won one tonight.
Yeah, it was a rough game.
Oh man, y'all were there? Where were y'all sitting at?
We're near the band.
I'll be dang. Yeah, there for a minute I thought they were going to give it away. They had so many turnovers. They never left the 50-yard line for one quarter, I think, for the whole third quarter.
Yeah, that last touchdown that got called back, it should have been called back. It was massive unsportsmanlike conduct.
Oh yeah, when Keith tackled that guy, yeah, he shouldn't have tackled him. He should have, because we was already running. We was way out in front of him.
One of them, apparently the kid was sitting on the ground, and one of our kids come up and led with his helmet, hit him right in the back.
Oh man, yeah. I think that's the one we got the unsportsmanlike conduct called on us. There was a couple touchdowns that we should have had, but we got one. At least we finally won one. We beat a team that was 2-0 too, so in district. So that's good. Maybe they'll start playing a little better. I must have lost you. We're fixing to pull up to the house here. I'll catch you later, man. KC5RXW.
KI5 SMP monitoring.